So, are you thinking about investing in real estate but not sure where to start? Hi, I'm Geoff from GCD Property, and today we're going to give you some quick 10 steps that may help you understand how an investment property may work and also benefit yourself as well. So tip number one is affordability. So before we get excited to start viewing investment properties, we really need to find out what the banks will potentially lend to us. So a mortgage broker or a lender could be the first place to start. Give them all your financials. It's really important to have that maximum purchasing price in mind before we get excited about finding an investment property. Tip number two is yearly expenses. So it's not only the mortgage, it's also the other associated costs that we need to be really aware of. So property manager, rates, insurance, maintenance, all those costs we need to take into account and factor in to give us a true net cash flow. Growth location. So we're looking for investment property is near a property that's going to grow in value. So we're looking for areas that are growing in population. So some of the key indicators are things like new schools popping up, transport corridors expanding, new infrastructure, public and private funding, so shopping centres, Bunnings, McDonald's, those types of stores where they're investing, they're doing their research and investing in growth locations. So the more population, the more chance we'll have of finding good quality and high paying tenants, and the more the chance of the property growing in value. So growth location is very, very important. Be prepared for market fluctuations. So having invested in real estate myself for over 30 years, I really understand that property doesn't always go up in value. So about 2/3 of the cycle, generally it's pretty flat. And it's the last third that it really sees some growth. So just be prepared to hold on to that property for the longer term, and don't be too disappointed if it doesn't double in value in the first 12 months. Property cycle is tip number 5. So this is known as a property clock. So trying to understand what part of the property cycle we are currently in, and that's suburbs where you're looking to invest. So property clock here, 12 o'clock. So that's the top of the market where there's a lot of frenzy, a lot of excitement. Property prices keep growing and growing in value. At some point they will sort of plateau or might even drop a little bit in value. And bottom of the market, 6 o'clock there. And then we'll start to see property price increases, more demand, auction clearance rates going up, things like that. So if we can buy between that sort of 6 to 10 o'clock phase, we'll see the capital growth much sooner. So that's where all the numbers and all the research will help give you a guide on what part of the property cycle those areas are in. Practical versus luxury. So the investment property is where we're going to get the best return, most amount of tenants, the average type of property and the average suburb. So very important to get that right. It's not the property we're going to live in ourselves, so take the emotion out of it. Tip number 7, buy on numbers, not the emotion. So it's just a further expansion of tip number 6. So the investment property is all about the cash flow and the capital growth, so all about the numbers. So we buy our own property to live in, it's our castle, we buy an emotion, but the investment property should really be about the facts and figures. Tip number 8 is having a financial buffer. So this is an amount of cash put away to allow for those fluctuations or some changes in the property. So this could be a period of time where there's no rental income, we don't have any personal income, or there could be some maintenance issues with the property. So always have that financial buffer, and it just allows you that peace of mind. Tip number 8 is a property manager. A good quality property manager will make your journey a lot more stressless and enjoyable, and it'll give you the confidence to go on with further investment properties. So a good quality property manager, they're protecting your asset, they're screening tenants, collecting rent, making sure the property is being well maintained. So a very, very important part of the property investment journey. And lastly there, tip number 10 is a property specialist. So someone that's been investing in real estate understands all the factors that need to be taken into account before making a decision. So I always speak to someone that's had experience, owned investment real estate themselves. So I hope that's helped. You're welcome to the world of property investing. I hope your journey is a successful one, and if you'd like to find a bit more information about how all the process works, please click on the button below and let's have a quick chat. Thanks for watching. Geoff from GCD Property.